It is finally that time of year, and I can honestly say I have never been so happy to have a year in the rearview mirror as I have been this homeschool year. Right now, let's talk about our end of year recap for the 2024-2025 homeschool year. Let's go. Before we go any further, guys, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. Everything that we have used this year, everything that I'm going to talk about is linked over on my website. I have a favorites page, and everything you could possibly want is over there. If you have questions about a specific item that I am talking about, you can either ask down in the comment section, or you can search it out here on this channel, because I'm fairly certain that every single thing I'm going to talk about has a dedicated video now that we are at the end of the year. So I am filming in a corner of my living room. The lighting is not great, but I've got kids downstairs playing video games, and I've got Dad upstairs on a meeting. So we are just making it work because I really need to get this kind of done and in and filmed and ready to go, because we're in a weird stage of wrapping up the year, and my daughter's in a show, so it's tech week, but we're also, as soon as she's done, zipping out on vacation. And so it's just trying to kind of get ahead and get everything done. So we are actually officially 2 days from finishing our homeschool year, but pretty much everything has wrapped up. So I feel pretty confident giving you my end of year thoughts. So yes, we also have things coming into our home as far as things for next year for the 2025-2026 school year. We've been planning and sharing and ordering and budgeting, and now I am ready to turn it over. So I feel there's just kind of a natural order to things in this process that we do every year. And so I need to film these kind of closing thoughts, and then I'll be ready to, I've already filmed unboxing, and then I'll be ready to kind of pull everything out. So to turn over our homeschool space. And this will be the first time doing that in our new, even smaller homeschool space, but I need to get the things out that we're done with that are going to go to a brand new loving home, and I want to get these things put in. But as I'm pulling the other things out, I want to be collecting everything that we've done as a grade on it, because I think you will actually see it after this video, but record keeping, I need to get on it for the year because I haven't done anything. So as I'm pulling things out, I'll be sorting them out, knowing what I need to keep a hold of to put into my records. It's a whole, it's just, this one needs to come now. So that's why we're doing that right now. So it is for us, I like to school through the beginning of May, very early May. And I like to be done. So yeah, this year has been a doozy. We have moved. We started the year having people come in, doing a bunch of repairs on our house because we'd had a massive leak. We got way off track with a bunch of kids' activities over kind of the Christmas season. So it has been, again, I've never looked forward to a homeschool year coming to an end more than this one. I need a fresh start. I need a hard close. I need the door to slam. I need it to be done. I need it to be done. So yeah, that might be part of my motivation, honestly, in filming this right now instead of waiting, is that I need it to be done. I need it to be done. So I want it to be done by the time I go on vacation, get it nice and wrapped up and all finished, and move on with life. So that is the goal. That is the intent. That is the dream. I do have our flows from this. If you are curious, I am sitting on an ottoman, literally in a corner. There's a light switch right here. I'm next to the TV, sitting in a well-lit corner because I brought my own lighting. Okay, so I have our flows from the year, and I'm just going to run down them, and we'll discuss kind of the bits and pieces. So you guys know we do what I like to do. I like to homeschool 4 days a week. I usually plan about 34, 36 weeks to devote to school, but usually only about 30, 32 weeks worth of material in those to allow it to be a little flexy. This past year, we had a 3rd grader and a 7th grader. And this coming year, we'll have a 4th grader and an 8th grader. I like to homeschool 4 days a week because there's always something fun and exciting to do that is not school. And I like to start our weeks, whatever the first day is, with something I like to call Mom and Me Monday, which is where we kind of do the bulk of the things that we need to do together on the front end. So I like to front load our week with things we do together because I like to combine as much as possible. So science, chemistry, history, all of that, I like to get it in together. On Mom and Me Mondays, I have art history on here, but we never actually got around to it. And I am planning to do it for next year, which is the crash course art history. We did do high gas fee. If I remember, I'll put it on the screen because everybody always asks, but it's Have I Got a Story for You? And we did the Impressionist series this year. We will have, well, you know what? I actually need to look for that digital download. We will do the Post-Impressionist series for next year, which is, again, the Have I Got a Story for You high gas fee video series. It's like 12 videos, comes with our Timberdoodle kit for my youngest. So high gas fee. High gas fee is very well produced. Little videos. There's like a little cartoon paint drop that helps Miss Beth explain the history and the techniques, and several artists. Every level covers 3 artists that it kind of follows and tells you about. It is a relatively high price point, especially because I don't feel like a lot of people really value art. And so for an art study and art history, it is like $150 for the series. We like it very much. I have no shame investing in that because my kids do quite enjoy it, and I have found the value there. So for us, I think it's very good. Something that we did this year is Dinos 101 through Coursera platform, and it is actually a class hosted by the University of Alberta, Canada, and it's a college level course. You can pay to have it transcribed, which I did not do, but we did it together as a family. It was really fun. I'm a dino lover, and that is what she chose to do, so I'm so glad we did that. It was a really good experience, and I really enjoyed being able to take that hard deep dive for her. For Texas history, we started out with the free fun Texas history, but it quickly morphed into us kind of doing our own thing. So I did dedicate quite a bit of time to Native peoples, First Peoples, Indigenous peoples in respect to Texas. We did discuss quite a bit the missions, and we had the opportunity to visit the missions and the Alamo. We still would like to, going into early summer, visit the San Jacinto Monument. And actually later this week, from when I'm filming this, we will be taking a field trip to Taste of Texas, which is an awesome steakhouse here in Houston. And the owners are very, very proud Texans. They have a wonderful collection of Texas memorabilia, some amazing things to see in their restaurant. But one of the owners actually does a history tour for kids in 4th grade, and you can reach out to them and they will help you get that booked for your group. So really amazing. But we will be doing that later this week. It's so fun. It's such a wonderful little fun thing to do. We did do the ACS middle school chemistry. Again, even my 3rd grader did it. We did it as a group. It was free, completely free online history or chemistry curriculum. You just have to buy your supplies, which I do have a list on my Amazon storefront where you can buy every single little thing you need. It was, honestly, it's my favorite science we've ever done. It was so in-depth, so robust, so easy to use. It really was my absolute favorite science that we have ever done. So I'm really pleased with that. I'm hoping that this coming year will be my favorite science we've ever done, but that's where we are. Now, if you guys remember, we started with Tech Essentials, a review piece from Timberdoodle that is amazing. It teaches your kids how to understand file storage between the different platforms, and just so many important technological, techie things to do. And they have so many. CompuScholar, which is the company that puts it out, has so many programs, so like how to code with Python, how to code with JavaScript, so many amazing things. And we started out, we were going fast and furious, and it was great. We weren't going as fast as we needed to, apparently. And that was one of the things that when we got so off the rails in January, we really needed to correct the ship. And it was, it was one of the things that went by the wayside. Actually, it may have been the only thing that went by the wayside, which I honestly I don't think that's too bad. But it was, it went. So we did not ever finish it. And that is just, it is what it just is. So Tech Essentials really great. It's very specific. If it's something that you need, we just cut it. We just cut it. We were done. film school for teens. So my girls, again, worked on it together. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing program. I do wish that my kids, even my oldest, would have been a little older, so that it could have been the filmmaking, because you basically make a film, they give you a script, you make a film to submit to like a film festival. That aspect would have been so much easier if my kids were older. But the rest of it, they were able to do 100% on their own. But it was that like organizing and getting all the film stuff together that, had they been a little older, would have been a bit smoother. But being able to watch things like The Outsiders and The Help and Blindside, and then they chose for their one optional was Some Like It Hot. Being able to discuss so many Les Mis, so many of the things that came along, the big, meaty topics that came along with this film study was amazing. I'm so thankful for it. I loved it as our family. It was really good. Now, you guys know we started the year with the Principles of Secondary Mathematics for Algebra 1 and jumped ship hard and settled on Denison. Denison has been an amazing fit for my 7th grader this year. She's got it. I mean, they now, that is where I will start, especially for upper level math. So my youngest will probably go through Zeta, the last kind of lower level of math you see. And then even for pre-algebra, we'll switch her probably and try Denison. Denison is amazing for upper level math. I love it. I love the format. I love the way it works. I like everything about it. I feel like the cost is good. The videos, she's getting so much out of it. It's explained really nicely. So that is, night and day, absolute night and day. My younger one this year was division. So in math, you see, if you don't know, it's mastery based. And so it was like all addition, all subtraction, all multiplication. And this year was all division. And I am talking like 3-digit numbers into 5 and 6-digit numbers, some really meaty stuff. They really just nailed down on the Roman numerals, which is really cool because I don't know a lot of people who know that, even grownups, even myself. I'm like, okay, having to like relearn it to like know about it, which was kind of cool, but very, very great. Love it. Love the program. We will use it next year for epsilon, which is fractions. And then after that would be zeta, which is decimals. And then we'll move on to something else for the upper level maths. I think that's the right kind of sweet spot for us. Okay. Her thinking, we actually did a couple of books with her this year. We started out with what was included in our Timberdoodle kit, and she changed her mind and didn't want to do that one. And so we did move on to another book. I think it was from Evan Moore, which we also added a late season edition as a kind of a review piece, was The Animals from Evan Moore, brand new released series. And we've already bought the one for next year because she went through it so fast. She loved that Animals workbook so much. As far as thinking goes, she will move on to Myrtle Jr. next year because she wants to be like her sister. Okay. So she also, my younger one, also did All About Spelling Level 4, and I have a video about it. We kind of did Frankenspelling, where we did the color workbook, because I love the workbooks that come with the All About Learning programs. And then used it with the original teacher's instructions for All About Spelling Level 4. She is, and I think it's that more solid foundation in phonograms from the All About Reading platform, because she just had so much more exposure to it than her sister did. Her spelling is much more on point. So we are going to transition away from a dedicated spelling curriculum, I know, into next year. And we'll talk about next year a little bit more here in just a minute. So All About Spelling Level 4 went great. Frankenspelling went great. I like having the little activities, even though I didn't know exactly how to use them because I didn't buy the right workbook, the right teacher guide, but I'm okay with that. She also did the Evan Moore Skill Sharpeners Geography. We absolutely love it. It teaches them just 1 page a day. It's so easy to use. We've, again, already invested in it for next year. And then the Zahner Bloser Cursive. I love the Zahner Bloser handwriting books. They're so good. Just get them on Amazon. They're just very easy to use. Now, Michael Clay Thompson for my youngest one was the level 1, which if you've been here for any period of time, you know that I bought all digital books, and it was not good. It was the very first level that I used, and I didn't like it, but we kind of figured out what we could change when the first time I used it. And so in using it this time, this is my second time using it for my second kiddo, and it has been so good. I absolutely love the Michael Clay Thompson program. And it was so nice because she's had the very in-depth history with this. So she's gone through the Poodle series a couple of times. And so my having already taught this level and figuring out what didn't work for me as a teacher was wildly helpful, I think, in our pursuit of Michael Clay Thompson level 1 the second time around. So it's so good, so nice, so good. So that is that. Now, if you were wondering how I stick my kiddo into some of this stuff, it is like the stuff that's, middle school chemistry and college level dinosaurs. I just don't expect the same output from her. So you can probably use the notes to find answers to multiple choice questions in the college level course, or you can answer multiple choice questions in chemistry, but I'm not asking her to do open-ended questions, complete sentences, essays, anything like that, because it's just not developmentally appropriate. So if you're wondering how I'm combining these two when they are 4 grade levels apart, that's how. Now, in my 7th grade specific courses, her thinking this year, she did choose to do Myrtle. She loves it. It's like logic games and thinking games. You're solving some sort of course, and it's like some sort of crime. You're being like a detective. She loves it. We did start out really she did, I'd say probably 90% of the year with World History Detective, where you're reading, a 2-3 page spread about a specific point in world history. And then you are answering questions. And the way that you're asked to answer the questions, it's multiple choice. And then it's like, okay, but like which sentence did you find this on? So it's asking you to kind of like make a point that you can cite where the answer was found. And we did do this for quite a while, honestly, just up until probably the last month. She did not finish it. And that is because we're kind of taking precedent with some of the other bigger things that we do really, really need to get done. So we are kind of shelving that for now. So that is where we are for now. And again, I'm going to talk about next year here in just a minute. Now, I already talked about the algebra shift for her. So thankful, so good. Michael Clay Thompson. So Michael Clay Thompson, this was level 4, so the classic literature level. And practice sentences were great. Vocabulary is great. Writing got a little hinky as far as it's a lot to cover, and we did it the whole year. I've got dedicated videos on this if you want to see any of this. But it definitely was that shift into like, this is getting real. This is getting harder, and we're expecting a lot more out of you. And so that shift was something else. The grammar, easy peasy. Practice sentences, easy peasy. Getting the reading done also kept a little bit more focus on that. So we're going to pivot how we're doing some things next year. And I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about specifically and dedicated for this year. But because of the way that this year has gone, it really has allowed me to see what matters, what is important, and things I'm going to do differently in the future. So we have always, every year, been able to do, whatever we want. We don't have any laws that we have to adhere to here in Texas beyond using a bona fide curriculum and teaching, arithmetic, language arts, science, like just little check boxes, but there's no oversight, there's no record keeping, there's no testing, there's no any of that. Don't have to use approved curriculum, any of that. So because of that, we've had a lot of freedom. And for us, what that's usually looked like is we usually do a great job of staying on track, and we get it all in, and it's mostly fun. But now we're getting into those more serious grade levels. And also my kids' interests are getting more serious, and our time commitments are getting more serious. So this year has taught me so many lessons about actual homeschool flexibility and grace and practice when no other year has like this year. And because of that, I'm going to carry it forward. We're going to be using less and trying to get more out of it. So we will not have a dedicated spelling program. We're going to use our vocabulary from Michael Clay Thompson. We will not have dedicated handwriting. We're going to use our vocabulary from Michael Clay Thompson. And we are going to go forward, keeping in mind that sometimes less is more, and that simplicity is key. So this year, has taught us so many lessons when it comes to our homeschool journey. And because of that, we're going to pivot and we're going to go forward a little differently because I do not have young kids anymore. Fourth grade is kind of old when it comes to homeschool. A lot of people will do it very early and really duck out like by middle school, or my older one, whose last year is in middle school, we're going to be really thinking ahead to high school and what that looks like. So we do need to pivot. We do need to change. I'm going to bring you along for all of the things. I cannot tell you how many people I have spoken with who all agree with me. This has been the hardest year. I don't know if it's globally, just an energy shift politically. I don't know what is going on, but it has just been hard. It has been, running uphill through peanut butter. It has been hard. And I am excited to have it behind us. I'm excited to enjoy the summer, and I'm excited to start fresh. I'm tired of trying to play catch up, and I really want to be intentional in all of the things that we're doing, and also intentionally simplifying our lives when it comes to homeschool. So yes, it's been a doozy, guys. Thank you so much for those of you who keep coming back, who are joining us on this homeschool journey. I feel like so many of our friends from the past few years have kind of dropped off and stopped sharing. So I'm hoping that we can continue to build a little network. I've got some things that I'm hoping to invest some energy in over the summer that can help us do that, but I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. Be sure that you're signed up for the newsletter because there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't get talked about anywhere else. So I do have that link down below, contact form. Sign up for monthly newsletter, 1 month at a time. And it just has information kind of outside of the norm information. So yeah, guys, I hope that you found any of this helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. I think that's everything, guys. Bye.